Welcome back to this playthrough for Fallout New Vegas. And in this video what we'll be doing is one of the first quests. Well, I guess it's not really the first quest, but it is definitely a Legion focus quest called the Finger of Suspicion. And this could lead to some other good things. I haven't really read the write-up for it yet, but we'll figure it out as we go along, right? Theoretically. Actually, when this finishes, I'll show y'all something actually quite hilarious. And it has to be a mod thing.
I'm glad those damn bots are gone for good.
Further in here, I should say.
This ain't your business. Walk off and forget you saw anything. Shit. Look, we're just following orders. We, need to take this up with the boss.
Hey.
Well, that was fast.
Thank you. They were going to kill me. I'll be fine. Eventually. I may have overheard some things at Gamora that I passed on to the NCR. That's all. Honest. What? I only talked to Captain Curtis over at McCarran. I would never work with slavers. Honest. No. Well, not really. I mean, I'm not listening through doors or sneaking around or anything. People talk out loud, and I just pay attention. The NCR likes to keep tabs on the activities of the families, and they pay me good caps to hang around the casinos and keep my ears open. It isn't normally. The NCR wanted me to just gamble and listen, nothing else. Okay. I do odd jobs here and there, usually helping Sarah keep the vault tidy. I came to New Vegas to be a professional gambler. Too bad for me that the professional part isn't working out so good. But I love gambling, so I'm here to stay on the strip until they kick me out.
Oh, Gamora would have you be a different type of professional, so you better watch out.
Goodbye.
Okay, well, that was a lot faster than I thought it would be. But I think that's because it's actually pointing me to a different quest now. If I'm not mistaken. And if I can figure my way out of this place. More than one way out.
After what happened to Mr. House?
Since I'm here. Gotta stay hydrated, right? You did point to something very telling, though. I think we'll do this quest little
Mr.
bit
House
differently
and
now.
over the strip is dead. Good riddance, I say.
Yeah, people are really broken up about old Mr. House, aren't they? Guess we'll talk to you.
I'm usually good with faces, but I don't think I've seen you here before. What brings you to Camp McCarran? There are a lot of things I can't spare troops for right now. If you can help us, we can definitely pay you for your work. You don't cook by any chance, do you? Farber's doing his best, but it's hard to manage an army with half my staff in line for the latrine. Honestly, we're fighting a lot of fires right now. The fiends keep pressing their position from Vault 3. We've got the Legion breathing down our necks across the river. We actually took an officer alive last week, but so far he hasn't spoken a word. Yeah, on top of everything else, I can't send a patrol on a bathroom break without it being ambushed by someone who heard they were coming. So somebody's getting the word out. Well, why not? Given your recent arrival, at least I can safely rule you out as the leak. I'd like to have absolute trust in my men, but that's just not practical right now. Go ahead and look into it. See what you find. We don't have much to go on right now. Lately, every raiding party in New Vegas seems to have a map of our troop movements. It derails everything. Supplies, reinforcements, and it'll only get worse the longer we let it go on. Captain Curtis is heading up the investigation right now. He can fill you in. Bye.
Rex, in the way. And I think this is where things are going to deviate a little bit. Perhaps a lot of it.
What is it? Nice to meet you. I'm Curtis. Christ, keep it down. You want to blow the whole thing? We've worked years for this. But maybe it's good for you here. Shu knows about the leaks, and I'm supposed to find the spy for him. At first, I couldn't believe my luck, but since I haven't produced results, for obvious reasons, I feel him looking at me differently now. Maybe he's just thinking about putting someone else in charge. Maybe he's starting to suspect. Either way, it's bad for me. Especially once this next part goes down. Took me 3.5 years just to make captain. Usually takes 4, but I made sure there was an early vacancy. Caesar sees threats before they're even aware of them. He sent me long before we moved to occupy the eastern riverbank. And now all my work, all the waiting, is about to pay off. If you haven't noticed, the NCR bolsters its presence on the strip from here. Sends troopers on the monorail in shifts. The monorail lets them occupy 2 positions for the price of 1. It's a supply line that's immune to raiders and other hindrances on the ground. If someone were to cut that line, both positions would be much weaker, fragile. They know this, and they watch it like hawks. But I've been here a long time, and I've learned everything there is to know about it, and I'm going to blow up that train. I told you, I think they're starting to suspect me. You're going to help me cast away those suspicions. You're going to put the bomb on that train. I'll be sure to be in the presence of several reliable eyewitnesses when it happens. Then, we're going to pin this on a scapegoat. I plan on disappearing after this operation. It'd be a matter of time before they trace it to me. Figured out I was a frumentarius. But with your help, maybe I can stay on after all. Make plans for something grander.
That's a good question.
No. I wouldn't do that. Not unless I didn't have better options anyway. And I do. I have the explosive stash in a trash can, next to the ticketing counter, along with some incriminating documents. You'll pick them up and make your way upstairs to the monorail terminal. They change the guard there at 0900 and 1800 hours. There'll be a small window where there's no one guarding the train. Put the bomb in one of the vents inside the train on the back wall, towards the joint that connects the cars. Arm it, and get out of there. I've also left some bomb ingredients in with the explosives. You're to take those to the footlocker of Private Crenshaw. Crenshaw's a problem child. Lots of run-ins with his superiors. It'll be easy for them to believe he's working for the Legion. Report him to Colonel Shu. Do all that and we should be free and clear. Oh, and Crenshaw should be dead before you report him. Don't leave any chance for him to deny the bombings. Let's say he pulled a gun on you. I've got him on guard duty patrolling the tarmac just inside the south gate, and I reassigned the other guard, so he should be alone. His footlocker's in the barracks in the main concourse. Good. Try to plant the explosives quietly if you can. You'll make both our lives easier. But first things first. Go offer your services to Colonel Shu. Tell him you'll work independently to find the leak. He's running out of options. He'll accept as long as you don't give him a reason not to. If he doesn't, then don't be surprised if you're the new scapegoat. So don't fuck this up. Later.
Okay. This is actually pretty devious. Well, it should be, I suppose. Yeah, that opening quest was really just a, I don't know, a ruse, I guess. Trash can downstairs? Like it is. Alright. Lots of stuff going on here now. I'm assuming the lockers are over here. And since I am a filthy scavenger, this is kind of like something I would do. Scavenging things from even the trash cans.
Keeping quiet, unless my creaky knees give us away.
Okay. Oh, fission, battery, conductor, wonder glue, Raxocleaner. And plants. Okay. Double check that. Make sure I'm not... Right. Good. Step 1 complete.
The ranger vets are on their way from Baja. Never seen one before, but I heard they chew nails and spit napalm.
I've accidentally been shot before. I think it's over there. Maybe not. I think it is.
Hey.
I guess we'll wait. It said 0900 if I remember correctly. Oh, well, I guess it'd be 1800 still.
The train is about to depart. Please keep clear of the door.
No monorail access to the strip? How am I supposed to take my leave?
How to take care of the evidence. This is right. Okay, yeah, I guess it is. Seems odd, but okay. I guess maybe that's the quickest way, who knows.
Hey, can't you see I'm busy here? Nah, I'm just kidding. This has to be the most worthless patrol duty on the whole base. They never attack this gate. They just put me back here because they don't think I can handle anything else. My reputation precedes me, I see. I pulled a few pranks in my time. Usual stuff. Brought a Brahmin upstairs in the terminal once. They can go upstairs, but not down. 2 heads and both of them dumb as stumps. That got me some detention time, but it was worth it, because they couldn't get the Brahmin back down, so it visited me a few times in my cell. Dropped some firecrackers in the toilets, too. That was the real bad one for me. Turns out there's no way to replace the toilets now. Toilet company blew up in the war. I think they'd just have shot me if they weren't short-handed. No kidding, what'd you cook up?
No way.
Man, I can't wait to see the look on his face.
That's actually hilarious. That was beautiful. I love it. I mean, maybe you shouldn't have insulted the Brahmin that way. They're not the only ones dumb as a stump.
Something I can do for you? Yes? What is it? What? Who? Crenshaw. I've met Crenshaw at his disciplinary hearing. Still, this is hard to imagine. He was just a prankster. That's what the Legion calls their spies. I was afraid of this. Caesar's reach is longer than anybody guessed. If only we'd caught this sooner, before he got to the monorail. Still, this investigation has been valuable to us, and you deserve to be compensated for it. The NCR appreciates the work you've done. Will there be anything else? Bye.
Guess that quest is done now. No. Gotta talk to Captain Curtis. Okay, cool. I mean, that couldn't have gone much better, to be honest with you.
What is it? Well? Perfect. This has turned out better than I'd ever imagined. This will pay dividends for the Legion for a long time to come. I was with Shu when the bomb went off. He'll never think to investigate me for it. I'll make sure Caesar himself hears about your success today. And take this, courtesy of the NCR. I'm sure they won't miss it. Officially, I'm in charge of Bravo Company. But since General Oliver has Bravo and most of our forces here garrisoned, I'm free to do other things. So I work with Colonel Shu on logistics, patrols, supply lines, reinforcements, that sort of thing. Hell of a position to be in when you're working for the other side. But I have to sabotage with a light touch, or else my guilt would be obvious. Later.
Oh. I definitely wasn't quite planning on doing that, but 2 for 1 with this little quest today.
By order of Caesar, all visitors must disarm and relinquish all banned items. Your belongings will be returned to you when you leave. True to Caesar.
It's so funny. None of them can really figure out how to pronounce his name. Most of them say Caesar, but a whole bunch of them say, well, Colonel Curtis, he called him Caesar too. Yes, Caesar calls himself Caesar, but who knows? A little bit odd. It's also kind of driving me crazy.
Quiet. Unless my creaky knees give us away.
Was Raul just complaining that I was running? That's funny.
Okay, boss.
The camps are getting crowded.
Was there more for us to discuss? I know the captain well. The destruction of the NCR monorail was his doing. Of course, if the NCR were to hear of that, it would be obvious who told them. Excellent. Had you simply killed them, the Omertas would have sent another group after Martina eventually. You've saved me the trouble of coming up with a more permanent solution, and Martina is free to go about her business as usual. Well done. Wale.
What's my fame at with the Legion? Idolize with them, I'm accepted. I have to do something to increase that because I want my lucky shades. Yep. So, a couple of groups that I'm mixed with. Alright. Well, there may be another quest that I can do here in the fort. I was looking to see what sorts of quests are available.
Right behind. Beautiful.
So maybe I'll look into doing that for the next video, but for now, yeah, that was a 2-for-1 quest deal there. The Finger of Suspicion and I Put a Spell on You with a completely different twist this time around. Pretty devious one, and I swear that that prank at the end, that was a good one. All right. Well, anyway, that'll do it for this video, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.